All right, today is going to be a good time. Their parents, their family is like shattering because of politics. I want to react to a couple of the clips because the stuff that the parents say is absolutely unhinged. There are several clips, including this one, that I actually have not seen before, but there are a couple I have, and you've got to see this. This is going to be crazy. We'll talk a little bit about each clip as we watch really quickly. If you haven't seen my channel before, I'm Chris Mowry. I'm 23 years old. I scream and yell about politics and democracy and how much I hate Donald Trump and what he's doing to this country. It would mean a lot if, as you're watching, if you enjoy this content, just hit like and subscribe. It goes such a long way. I'm nearing 90,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate the support. All right. We're going to start with this clip. I have not seen this clip, but it's like pinned on their Instagram. Again, this is the necessary conversation. You should check out some of their stuff. I'll link their Instagram down below because, wow, this podcast is nuts. All right, let's start here.
You started this podcast, Dad. You were capable of having...
No, I want you to listen and then respond back. I don't want you to... I don't
look at him.
I'm looking at him.
Yeah,
Dad,
give him the eye roll.
I want to ask you, like when we first started this podcast, you were capable of having conversations. Now you're not.
You weren't already a totally indoctrinated communist. Now you are. And I refuse to have conversations with people who are my dead enemy.
Go.
I'm your dead enemy?
Be nice.
You're a communist, you are.
Please stay and please be nice.
I'm not a communist, and I don't know why you think that.
Oh my God, I'm in the middle.
Tell him he's a communist, and then I'll stay.
I think, oh my God.
What are you talking about? Why do you think I'm a communist?
I'm starting to have...
Because you are.
I think I'm starting to have a seizure.
Okay, because you are is not any kind of a conversation. You're not offering me any details now. How did you arrive at this conclusion that your son is a dead-to-you communist?
Because of what you say you believe.
Which is what? Freedom for everybody? Equality for everybody?
Equality for everybody.
Yeah.
100% communist.
That's in the Constitution.
No, it's not.
All men are created equal.
It's, yes, in a republic.
Okay.
Oh okay.
Not in a communist country.
Wow, what a start. Okay, I think that this perfectly encapsulates like just the podcast itself, the necessary conversation. It's hysterical. It's hysterical. You react in such a hysterical way. I'm like laughing because he can't even define communism, right? What is the dad talking about here? But it's also like sad, man. This is like destroying families. And again, these aren't individuals who are, in politics. It's just a family. And this is happening across the country. People have become like the bottom two individuals here, just frankly like a state of psychosis. It's honestly stunning. It's sad. And I can only imagine off camera what it's like for this family. So I do want to give major props to, these individuals for participating in this, especially the son and the daughter. Wow, unbelievable. Also, that was really funny, the Declaration of I think he meant to say the Declaration of Independence, but the Declaration of Independence part was really funny. All right, let's check out the first clip. It looks like what we're going to be reacting to, I haven't seen this, is the ICE video actually in Chicago that went really viral, where like basically an ICE, a Department of Homeland Security vehicle crashed into another car and like ripped this person out of the car, didn't even ask for like their ID. It was just this awful, awful video. I've actually made a video about it before. And I assume they're going to be talking about it. So let's take a look.
No, it did not.
Yeah! Hit it run! Hit it run! Hey, watch out with that weapon! That weapon! Yo, watch out! What's wrong with you? No harm!
Oh. I want to point out quickly, just because I have seen this video before, this woman being dragged out of the car right now is a U.S. citizen. Right? She's a U.S. citizen. They didn't ask for like her ID or anything. This is really just an awful, and I don't care if she is or isn't a U.S. citizen, but just to give some context here, like, I mean, constitutional freedoms are eroding in front of our faces. They just crashed into her vehicle, grabbed her, didn't ask for any ID, arrested her, and they take her away. It's so sad.
No heart. She's a female.
I just don't believe they are taking people out of cars like that.
You just saw it.
I know, but they've got to have a reason to do that.
She's a U.S. citizen on her way to work. They crash into her. Now, because everybody in that car, you see them, they crash into her, then they start driving away. Everybody in that car is like, we just crashed into somebody. We got to make it their fault. Detain her. So they jump out and they say, you crashed into us. We're detaining you now. These ICE officers are out of control. No one is checking them. They are doing whatever they want. And I have some more videos to show you that are, I think, going to be very illuminating. But you just said to me,
I just don't believe that they're crashing into people and just ripping them out of cars to see if they're illegal or not. I really do not believe that.
You literally saw it happen. How can you not believe it? That you just watched a video of exactly that happening.
Then is it mistaken identity? They think that is a criminal in there?
Literally so crazy. And I actually had a conversation kind of about this with an individual running for Congress in Illinois, Representative, or soon to be, possibly Representative Daniel Biss, the current mayor of Evanston. And we talked about this idea when I did this interview with him on this YouTube channel, which I will be uploading in the next few days. Look out for that. This idea that you sound insane when you say they're ripping people out of their cars and just like abducting them. It sounds crazy to people. It sounds like we're like just making up, but we're not, right? And she wants to say, I just refuse to believe that. It sounds crazy. But again, the video right there, we've seen the news story. We heard all about it. This Department of Homeland Security, the executive branch, is operating in a way that has never been seen before. It is unprecedented, what they are doing. And she says, oh, it's just some mistaken identity. We are way past that. Unbelievable. All right, let's go to the next one.
And the world, that he's more like Joe Biden than he cares to admit when he fell asleep multiple times during a press conference in the Oval Office about reducing the price of weight loss drugs.
Oh, he's tired.
No shit. So
he has worked so hard for our country every single day. I've read stories where his staffers can't keep up with his energy, or not energy, but everything he does every day, in and out, in and out.
Biden lays on his back, fully spread on the beach.
It's sad. He's tired. You can see it. He is tired.
Just like Joe Biden.
No, he's like us.
Joe Biden was stumbling around and letting all the people around him run everything. Trump is not. Trump is running our country.
I probably take 2 or 3 naps a day, and there's nothing wrong with my brain.
I don't know about that, dude.
That is absolutely, wow, that's insane. Again, the sheer hypocrisy, and I talk about this a lot, of the same people like screaming and yelling about Joe Biden. Donald Trump is objectively showing way clearer signs of cognitive decline, that he's not able to do the job effectively, especially, well, first of all, from a physical health perspective, we see, bruises on his hands, swelling of his ankles. He does stumble around. We saw multiple videos of that recently. We just got this huge New York Times article about how, his events are starting later and ending at the same time that they did in his first term, which would suggest that he's just spending less time in public. The amount of events he is doing has declined significantly compared to his first term. And their response just being like, yeah, he's probably tired from serving our nation. Absolutely not. The only person Donald Trump cares about is himself. He's the most self-serving, narcissistic individual in American history. I firmly believe that. That is not a hyperbolic statement. It's not political. It's the truth. So he's certainly not tired because he's serving us. He's falling asleep in the Oval Office because he's old and declining. Let's take a look at the next one.
There was a reporter asking about the Epstein files, and he called her piggy. You think that is appropriate behavior, Dad, for a U.S. president?
Sure.
Okay. Mom?
It probably wasn't nice to say piggy.
Wasn't nice.
Did it harm her?
Did it harm her? This is the President of the United States calling a female reporter piggy.
Did it harm her? It harmed the entire country, because it sets the example that not only a man, but the president can talk to women that way.
It's not nice.
And he did.
Shouldn't have said it.
It's not funny. It's disgusting.
It is funny.
What's the humor in it to you, Dad?
Well, I would have called her worse than that. So I thought she got off easy.
Why would you have called her worse than that?
Because she's giving him crap. And he's the president of the United States, as Haley said.
It's real rich that Donald Trump is calling anyone piggy.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand what she's asking either.
That just sounded like a bunch of mumbling.
He's a pig in several ways. Do I need to explain why?
Yeah, I mean, this is the one clip that I had seen before. Just stunning. I mean, truly stunning. Donald Trump is someone who's been found liable for sexually abusing a woman, liable for defaming that same woman, liable for defaming her again because he went on his own social media site and said she was gross, disgusting, looked like shit, all these horrible lies about her. We've seen him recently call a reporter, a woman in Air Force One, Piggy. He said, quiet, Piggy. And he's now done that multiple times the last few weeks, specifically toward women reporters, saying you're awful, you're an awful reporter, you're a terrible human being. The way that he's a predator, right? And it's always stunning to me. I always go back to this because this sounds like when I debate on TikTok, when I talk to Trump supporters, someone says, oh, I probably wouldn't have said that. Like he probably, I think the mom there says, he probably shouldn't have said that. That was bad. This isn't your effing like uncle at Thanksgiving dinner who like said something bad, your friend. It's like, oh, he probably shouldn't have said. This is the president of the United States of America. The bar is in hell for our politicians. And she said it so perfectly, like it harms our whole country. I remember, Barack Obama. That was like some of my first political memories. I was born in 2002. I'm fairly young when Barack Obama was inaugurated, but I instinctively understood looking, even if I didn't understand kind of the importance of the moment, looking at a man who is kind, decent, a family man, someone I can look up to. And it should make you sick to your stomach that there are kids growing up right now watching Donald Trump lead in this way. Call women, quiet, Piggy. That's gross. To her point, this is a leader, a president. You're supposed to set an example, and these people have no expectation for their president, and they lack just basic empathy. It's insane. All right, last one here. Last one. Have I seen this one? Let me actually give it a. Okay, I have seen this one. This one is crazy. I have seen this one. This is the craziest one though. So we're ending off with a bang. Take a look.
No, it's because you're in a cult.
What if Donald Trump says, I want you to carpet bomb Oklahoma City, everyone? You think the Air Force should carry that out?
Yes.
There might be a reason. We don't know.
This is insane.
You cannot be this stupid. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my. This podcast was going well until that.
You just said it's cool. We levels Oklahoma. You're like, yeah, it. There must be a reason. Like, you literally can't be that dumb.
You know what the problem is? Mom and I don't believe he'll ever blow up Oklahoma because we're on his side and so's the whole state.
No, it's because you're in a cult.
You guys are worried and afraid because you live in a state where it might happen.
Okay, let's theoretically say that does happen. Let's say Trump sends in the Marines to Los Angeles, California, and let's say I'm out going to see a movie on a weekend, and he says, go into that shopping mall.
Under a truck.
Quiet, Piggy. He says, go into that shopping mall and kill everyone you see. And let's say I get gunned down by the Marines for just being at a mall.
Okay, number one,
All for
let's just take it
Dad,
one step
wait a minute,
further.
Mom, wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Dad, hang on, Mom. Dad, you just said you are for Donald Trump murdering me for no reason, and you would support that.
If he walks into a mall to people with military,
There has to be a reason.
there's a reason. And I'm all for it. And the people in Los Angeles, California are as deserving of execution as the assholes in New York City. You're all communists.
I mean, there are so many levels to what we just watched. First of all, again, the idea that the party of small government, don't tread on me, is now just actively saying, you know what? We don't need evidence or proof. The government should just do what they want. And I trust that whatever's being done, Donald Trump has a reason for. Right? That's insanity. I mean, that is so mind-boggling. But also this is so telling of this podcast. I mean, I can't even imagine being the daughter or the son and watching your parents go through this. I mean, this guy's in psychosis. He's actively being yeah, you know what? You guys are all communists. You should die. My son should die. And he's threatening almost, saying, yeah, well, you better be ready because that's what's going to happen in these blue states and cities. And as Donald Trump literally wages war against these states, insane. Just unbelievable. Listen, let me know what you think of all this in the comments down below. I do read all of your comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you want me to make more videos like this, let me know, reacting to these types of things. I do enjoy. I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you hit like down below. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Stay warm out there. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and I will see you in the next video.